Hey, it's Clay, and this will be the weekly review of the Power Profit Scan newsletter, which is a portion of my Inner Circle subscription that you can see right down here. Now, a quick couple of disclaimers here before I get started. First off, am I trying to imply that every single alert I send out is a winner? Absolutely not. Nobody is perfect. No scanner is perfect. But what I do want to point out is why risk management is so important and controlling your risk is important. Because when you keep the losses under control, which happen to everybody, on the flip side of the coin, winners also do happen. So when those winning trades do come along, you want to make sure that you have your account in the best possible spot, to benefit from those winners. So, key point, yes, losses happen. Nobody is perfect, but this is why risk management very, very important. Second off, as far as what we'll be doing, we will be going back to the week of June 17th and looking at that. Clay, why are you going so far back? Totally fair question. Two reasons. First off, it's just simply giving the chart plenty of time to play out so that we can see what's actually happened. And then second, it's a matter of being fair. Given this is a service that is not free, the last thing I would want is for somebody to pay for something and then all of a sudden see what they paid for out there for free. I would say that person would be very justified in feeling kind of ripped off at that point. So those are the two reasons for that. So with that being said, let's get started. Before we go into the first alert here that was sent out, a couple quick questions that I always get. Hey, Clay, what price range do you cover? I cover price ranges all over the place because price is really actually far down on the priority list. The top priority is just odds and probabilities that I think the setup will actually produce results. So I will cover sub-penny stocks. I will cover stocks over 100. If you've watched past videos, I'm sure you've seen some of these videos where, one chart I'm talking about a penny stock. The next chart I'm talking about something that's over $100. So price is, like I said, I do consider it, but it's very low down on the priority list because I just care about the odds, the probabilities that the trading setup will actually work out for members. Second, when are these sent out? They are sent out over the weekend. So it's not a matter of like you getting a text message at work and you got to hurry up and rush and then make a quick decision. Nothing like that at all. You have plenty of time to look, all these setups over and, just think for yourself and not have to rush or anything like that. So that is how it all works. Now for the first setup here, this was for ticker symbol LCI, and as I kind of alluded, a breakdown and bounce. Was looking for this to break to the downside, kind of just questioning could that happen to go down to right around the 450 area. So let's see if that breakdown and bounce actually happened. So here was the setup going into the weekend, and let's see what happens with it. You can see there was no breakdown, and then it actually got the breakout there, slight little pullback, and then kaboom. Up it went for a massive move. Unfortunately, in the spirit of just keeping it real and keeping it transparent, there just wasn't, I was wrong. I was looking for a breakdown for it to pull back some more. And as you see here, that just never happened. And welcome to the life of being a trader. So yeah, a massive move happened after I made the alert. The problem is, like I said, as far as, being honest about the alert itself, yeah, this happened afterwards, but the alert was based on the fact that it was going to break down first and then bounce. So unfortunately, I would throw this into the no play category for the simple reason that as far as the alert was concerned, it just never did what I thought it might do. So it is what it is. Thanks to the feedback I get from, you down in the comment section on YouTube and so on and so forth. I know a lot of you enjoy these shorting. You're kind of intrigued by it, and maybe you're newer. What do I mean by shorting? Shorting means making money when prices go down. I realize that's kind of a mind-bending statement if you're not familiar with that as a concept. But yes, in the markets, you can make money if a price actually goes down, and that is called going short or shorting. So part of the newsletter here is I'll throw out some ticker symbols that may be a good opportunity to make money when prices go down. But the thing here is that this assumes that the people have gone through the classes I offer. So there's no charts that are sitting there with maps or directions on them. It's a matter of I always use the analogy. I am pointing out where the fish may be, but those people, because I've taught them how to fish, I just need to point out where the fish may be, and then they can go take care of the rest. They can bait the hook, cast the line, reel in the fish, and all that sort of thing. So that's how this actually works out. So the one here that I want to look at is ticker symbol BBBY. As just kind of an FYI, pets would have been a winner. This would have been basically a no play, and then this would have been a small controlled loser. But as far as what we're going to look at here, BBBY. So here is the chart set up when I sent it out. And again, because the members went through the class, they would be able to look at this and see the kind of setup and such that I was, trying to allude to. But remember, prices going down here is actually a good thing. So let's see how this turned out. You can see right out of the gates, the price continued on down, false little bounce there, and then from that point it just bled. Another dead cat bounce right there and rolled back over and just continued on down. And as of right now, I mean, this could very well be just another dead cat bounce, but that move so far has been worth 24%. So pretty crazy, but that's why as traders, I always say you got to learn how to short, because when you know how to short, that means you can literally make money when prices go up or down, and that is total flexibility, where if all you do is go long, then you are, you're cutting things in half in terms of your flexibility, because you can only make money with one direction. But going short, you can make money going both. And here's an example of just making or taking advantage of a stock that was drifting downwards and downwards and downwards, and so far good for 24%. A next alert here was AAOI, and just simply questioning whether or not some sort of bounce may be occurring. Had the hammer candle at support, so it's a question of it's looking like maybe the bulls may be making a comeback here. So let's see how this one played out. So first day of the new week, you can see right there, went sideways, so plenty of opportunity to try to pick up something in the event this was the bottom, and then things started to come to life there. And then right there, got a beautiful move to the upside, and that move right there was good for 26.7%. Now, am I saying members played it perfectly? I'm not saying that, but even if they screwed up half the trade, that's still 13%, and 13% in a couple of weeks. I mean, you're welcome to go into your local bank and say, hey, I would like 13% return on my money here in the next 2 weeks. And you will probably be escorted out by security because they will think you are a crazy person. So yes, is that some sort of massive percentage? No, not necessarily, but keeping things in context, especially if you go and look at bank CDs and stuff like that, 13% in a couple of weeks, not too bad at all. For the final alert, MAXR, and this was just in what I called a risk versus reward, meaning, hey, look, the price is in an overall uptrend, it's pulled back, it's stabilized, and now, it's actually starting to show some signs of strength with the volume. So, hey, maybe there's some sort of bounce off this trend line coming, so let's see what happens. So let's see how it all played out. Did we get the trend line bounce? You can see right there, actually quite polite of the price to kind of pull back, give people an opportunity right there. And then from there, it just pretty much took on off. And yeah, got the bounce. Slight little pullback there. And then not only did it get actually up to the trend line there, which I had pointed out in the alert, as you saw, just completely just blasted through that and continued on up even more for a total potential profit of 54.6%. Once more, I'm not implying anybody played it perfectly, but even if you screwed up half the trade, that's still over a 25% move. You are not going to get that at your local bank at all. And once more, that's assuming you screwed up half the trade. So even if you got 30, 40% out of it, very, very nice gain for just a couple of weeks worth of time, and definitely a nice winner for members, and a beautiful example of the power of charts and technical analysis. As you had a lot of things in our favor, and it did indeed work out. So, are these things perfect? No, you saw that first one. We never got the breakdown and bounce, and of course it made the massive move later on, but that's just how it goes. But plenty of other nice little winners here, making money from prices going up and down. So overall, definitely a good solid week. If you are interested in joining, very, very straightforward. Just go to claytrader.com/team. And not only is there the newsletter, which I covered, but there's also a live chat room, and that's where you can get real-time alerts and my watch list every single morning and all of that. So it's a very interactive environment. And again, the newsletter part that we covered, just the one part of it, the other big part is that live online chat room. And I hang out there on a daily basis, and I'm very active, and we have lots of other great traders. There's also a mobile app that comes with it, so that way you don't have to stay chained to your computer or anything like that. You can stay in touch with the live chat room and the newsletter from wherever you are. So you can check that out. And the price here, $99. So really the question comes down to this when you do the math is, if I invest $99, do I think that this service can help me make more than $8.25, not per day, but per week? That's how the numbers break down. So if you're going to break even, you need to be able to make at least $8.25 per week. So if you don't think the service can help you make more than that, well, then it would be an unwise investment to invest the $99. Now, the numbers become even friendlier if you actually do the 3 months free. by doing the $297 for 1 year. But even at the quote-unquote more expensive route of $8.25 per week, that's the number, that's the question you have to ask yourself is, do I think the service can make me and assist me in making more than $8.25 per week? And if you say yes, then it's a no-brainer decision at that point in time. So claytrader.com/team, go join. If you have any questions, leave those down below. But if not, go sign up, and I'll see you on the inside.